We've seen questions like number 9 before. We manipulate it down to get tan of x is equal to plus or minus 1. And remember that's just the same as saying, well, we've got two separate equations. Tan of x is equal to 1, tan of x is equal to minus 1, and then solving those. So we know tan's positive in the first and the third. So we related angles pi and 4. So adding pi to pi and 4 gives us 5 pi and 4. And this way we're subtracting pi on 4 from pi, and subtracting pi on 4 from 2 pi. Again, manipulating our equation down just from what we started with to get sine of 2x is minus 1 on root 2. And this is the same. We're considering two revolutions. Sine's negative in the third and fourth quadrant, and our related angle would be pi on 4, because sine of pi on 4 is 1 on root 2. So again, we've added pi on 4 to pi, subtracted it from 2 pi. So that's the third quadrant. This one's the fourth quadrant. So again, to go one revolution from the third quadrant, we get to add 2 pi there, gives us 13 pi and 4. Add 2 pi to 7 pi and 4 gives us the 15 pi and 4. And now divide it by 2. We never divided by 2 earlier. We always only divide it by 2 at the end, because sine of 2x, so it's sine of that angle we're finding. For 11 here, again, we treat this is like theta is equal to x plus pi on 4. So treat that as just as an angle by itself. And sine of theta is 1 on root 2. We get pi on 4 and 3 pi on 4, because sine's positive in the first and second quadrants. Related angle of pi on 4. Once we've got to that point, though, then we're going to get x by itself. So we'd subtract pi on 4 from each of those to get us to 0, and 2 pi on 4, which is pi on 2. Again, tan of x minus pi on 3 is 1 on minus root 3, minus 1 minus root 3. So again, our related angle is going to be pi on 3, because inverse tan of root 3 is pi on 3. And we're in the second and the fourth. So in the second quadrant, we get 2 pi on 3 from pi minus pi on 3. And 2 pi minus pi on 3 gives us the 5 pi on 3 in the fourth quadrant. And then we're going to add pi on 3, which gets it to pi and 2 pi for our answer. So we've just got to do another manipulation. We were dividing by 2 before. This time we're just adding pi on 3.